Hey, what is going on, everybody? It is the Kansas Dipper, ready to come at you with another dipping video here today. And today we are going to be doing a little bit of a tutorial video. Today we're going to be talking about how to dip Copenhagen Snuff. Reason I want to do this is because I recently had somebody. I had this can of Cope Snuff. I just picked this up yesterday, and I threw in a dip in front of him, and he was like, "Is that Cope Snuff?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Man, how do you dip that stuff?" So I showed him, and I thought, hey, that's a good idea for a video. So today, if you are kind of a beginner, or if you've never tried Fine Cut, or if you've never tried Copenhagen Snuff, this video is gonna help you out. So first off, why is Copenhagen Snuff so intimidating, I guess you could say? Well, it is the finest cut dip out there. Yeah, and of course, you know, you do have like fine cut wintergreens. I think Skull has a fine cut straight, but this is original tobacco, and that's another thing that can make it intimidating because a lot of people need flavors. So that is, you know, just a couple of the reasons why, you know, this is mainly dipped by very, very seasoned dippers, and most, you know, old people that have been dipping for their whole fucking life. You know, this is typically what they dip. So that's kind of why not a lot of people dip this, but I do really enjoy this. I can't do it every day, but I do enjoy Copenhagen Snuff every once in a while. So first off, we're going to get in with the first tip. First tip, whenever I dip Cope Snuff, I always have to drink something to get my mouth wet before I put in the dip, because for some reason when I try to dip Cope Snuff, when my mouth is dry, it goes everywhere. So I like to have my mouth a little bit wet. And when you're and also this comes in the fiberboard can, which is really, really hard to crack. So, you know, you may have to use a knife if you don't have a fingernail or any nail. That's the one that I use. It's not too long, but you actually, instead, you know, on a normal can you just go flat like that, but with these you actually have to get your fingernail up in there and then, you know, go around it a couple times. So that's how you crack these fiberboard cans. And whenever you dip in Cope Snuff, you're going to want to do the side pack, because that packs it down a lot better. Just, you know, 5 or 6 times is all you need. And how I hold the can is so first off, there's Copenhagen Snuff. I have had one dip out of this already, so, but there's the Copenhagen Snuff. What I do is I put the tin lid right underneath it, and so it stays up kind of like that. This way it gives you kind of a better angle. It's like it's facing down a little bit so you can really get in there. So again, like that. See how it's tilted back a little bit? That's what I do. And also you can push it, and when you're going in to get the pinch, when you're pushing down on the dip, it stays in there. It stays locked in there. So it's not going to go anywhere. So that's what I like to do. Next off, you're going to want to start, depending on what hand you are. I'm right-handed, so depending on what hand you use to throw in a dip, you're going to want to go to the opposite corner. So if you're right-handed, you want to go to the left corner like this, and if you're left-handed, you go to the right corner. And when I get this pinch, I'm not going to be able to hold it and talk, so I'm going to throw it in right away. So I'm going to tell you how to throw it in after. So what you do is you grab a good amount. I like to grab a good amount because it's going to get a lot smaller. And then and I like to keep my thumb like this on top of the dip right there to press it down. And there's wax inside of this can. So what you do is you grab the dip and you just squeeze and press it up against the side, and do that a couple times, and it'll get formed into a nice little ball like that. And then you throw it in. Okay? Now, I dip Copenhagen Snuff. I throw it in different than any other dip because it is so fine cut. Okay? So, normally what I do when I'm dipping long cut, I'll just take the pinch and I'll, you know, open up and I'll just throw it in like that. You can't do that with fine cut, especially Cope Snuff, because it'll just fall when you pull your lip down like that. or not pull your lip down, but when you go to put it in. So what I do is once I have the pinch, I stick my tongue like this, and then I put it on top of my tongue, and then push my tongue into my bottom lip, and then do that to, you know, just get the finger out of the mouth. Okay. Now, I usually do take about 2 pinches of Copenhagen Snuff, but I don't throw in, this is probably the biggest tip that I can give you guys. I don't throw in that second pinch until after I've spit about 2 or 3 times. Why? Because when you immediately throw in Copenhagen Snuff, those first couple spits, no matter how bad you pack it down, those first couple spits, a lot's going to come out, okay? So, and that's another thing, is when you get it in your lip, you do this with your tongue. Just to pack it down in there. Get it nice and solid. Okay, so after I spit one more time, actually I think I'm good now, so do it again. Again, we're doing the side pack. You open it up. You position the can correctly like that. You go in there. You rub it up against the side, you press it down with this thumb, and you get a little pinch there. Shave it off a little bit if you need to. A little pinch, and you do the same thing. Okay? And do a little bit more. And there we go. Also, I recommend putting Copenhagen Snuff in either right here, or kind of in the center like I have it right now. Because if you're a side dipper, if you dip on the side, you're not going to be able to dip Cope Snuff, because it is just going to go everywhere you need. You need it up here, anywhere from here to here, anywhere from there to there. So. And also another little tip is before you spit, make sure you pack it down. This way, you know, none comes out, or you get as least to come out as possible. Another thing is, you know, Copenhagen Snuff cans, they don't last that long, because, you know, for me dipping, I have to have a certain amount in there, whether it's long cut or fine cut. I have to have a certain amount in my lip for it to feel right. So that's 2 dips. That's about half the can is 2 dips for me. Okay. Alrighty. And also, if you don't know how to spit correctly, like I just did right there, like that, I recommend just, you know, like that. Okay, just like get your head down like that, let it drain, and then like that to get a clean break and stuff like that. So that is how you dip Copenhagen Snuff, guys. Just a little bit tutorial. I hope I explained that well. So if you are a beginner, I hope this helped you out. And if you are a beginner and you, for whatever reason, you want to try Copenhagen Snuff, you don't want to throw in a lot, because this has a lot of nicotine in it. So if you're a beginner, don't throw in too much, because trust me, a little is all you need. But if you're a seasoned dipper like myself, I guess you could say, or you're somebody that has a high tolerance to nicotine like I do, you're gonna have to throw in, you know, I like to throw in about the size of my long cut pinches, if I can get it there. But this is, this feels right to me. It's all personal preference, guys. It's all whatever feels right to you. It's what feels comfortable. Just throw in however big you need to, however big you're used to. So, and also another thing, you're gonna want to. So once you have it in, I'm talking right now, and it's not going anywhere because I'm keeping it packed. That's the most important thing you can do when you're dipping Copenhagen Snuff. You just keep packing it down with your tongue, and if any goes over here, and he goes over here, just use your tongue, go to the side like that, and just keep it all together. And hopefully you'll be able to, you know, just carry on a conversation like I am right now. And you can talk, and you can just freaking dip Copenhagen Snuff and not have to worry about getting floaters and everything. So, yeah. Now I guess a little bit review. Tastes exactly like Copenhagen Long Cut. A little bit more flavor than Copenhagen Long Cut because it is fine cut. You get a lot more flavor that way. But tastes exactly like Copenhagen Long Cut. That rich freaking tobacco taste. I love it. And floaters, obviously you're going to get some with fine cut. This is the finest cut dip out there that money can buy. So, oh yeah, mud jug of the day. We're using the white mud jug. I forgot. Yeah, I forgot the mud jug of the day. Some bitch. Kicking it old school, baby. So, I think that's about it for me, guys. I hope this tutorial helped any of you guys out that want to know or needed to know how to dip Copenhagen Snuff. I hope this helped you out. And if it did, be sure to drop a like, drop a comment, and subscribe. I'd really appreciate that, fellas. But I think that's about it for me. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching the Kansas Dipper. Always be a man and reach for that can, because if it ain't dip, it ain't shit. And always get yourself a mud jug at mudjug.com. This is the Kansas Dipper signing off, and we will see you in the next video. I'm out.